Hello everyone, SuperMarioT is back to bring you more updates on the Super Smash Bros. Blog posts going into week number 8. This is the 4th time I'm recording this, because 2 times I finished recording this and my audio was buzzy, like super buzzy, you couldn't understand me, and the 3rd time, my PC crashed right when I finished. So 4th time's the charm, let's hope this works. I know about the Direct that's coming out 2 days later. I really want to talk about that more than this, but I gotta get this out first because I put this off this past weekend because I was busy this weekend. I had like 2 parties to attend to. So I finished my Kirby analyses, by the way. If you want to check out my analyses, I just finished Kirby. Click the eye in the upper right corner or wait till the end of the video. There's going to be an annotation, a link for you to check it out. Otherwise, be on the lookout for my future analyses, be on the lookout for my other videos, and let's talk about week number 8 of the posts for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Sunday, July 29th, we got a little overview for Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff can jump 5 times in the air and can move faster in the air than on the ground. Use Jigglypuff's great aerial ability to overwhelm your opponent. If you manage to land the down special rest, you can powerfully launch your opponent. Now, Jigglypuff is without a doubt one of, if not the worst characters in Smash 4 because she has terrible range, she has very little kill power, like she doesn't have any kill throws, a few of her aerials kill. Not a lot of her moves are optimal either. You don't use rollout that often. You definitely don't use rest that often because it's super risky. Although it is satisfying to land. But Jigglypuff doesn't have much range. She's slow on the ground. Her whole motif is that she's a balloon. You're primarily going to be using her in the air, so she's relatively predictable. She doesn't have that much kill power. I think she has like average frame data too. Her frame data isn't that good. I did hear that her back air I think has less end lag. And when you use rollout, you spin once rather than twice, so it's safer to use, it's less punishable, but also Jigglypuff is the lightest character, I forgot about that. You could easily kill her like mid-70s to 80%. That's primarily why Jigglypuff is the worst character, one of the worst characters in Smash 4. So you gotta respect your Jig mains, especially if they're really good ones in Smash 4. Jigglypuff herself, I'm not expecting her to be that much better in Ultimate than she was in Smash 4. I'm not saying she's going to be worse. She's definitely going to be better, but I don't think she's going to be better by that big of a margin. Best case scenario, mid-tier. But even I think that's a stretch. I think she's going to be low-tier. She's going to have like several buffs here and there. She needs more kill power and less frames, and her moves need to be significantly more optimal. That's primarily the areas Jigglypuff struggles with. Maybe a little bit more range, but I don't know how much they could increase her range with her moves. Otherwise, I don't see much happening with her. And we really don't know that much regarding Jigglypuff, so there's not a whole lot to say. I will say, though, I like that her eyes kind of have this 3D effect. They pop out more in her model here. It looks like they don't look as flat. Like, she doesn't look like she was stripped straight out of anime or whatever. Like, it looks nice. Jigglypuff's model definitely got a few touches up here and there. Similar to Kirby, there's more shades of pink, and it looks nice. Moving on to Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday, they skipped Monday for some reason. July 31st, the fake Smash Ball. This dangerous item looks like a Smash Ball, but explodes when you break it. Take a closer look and you can see that the symbol's horizontal line is thicker. Basically, this item is just the regular Smash Ball, but flipped horizontally and turned 90 degrees clockwise. I think it's going to be a really good item for multiplayer matches and parties, because this item can really throw people's heads. The Smash Ball appears on screen, not a lot of people are going to know there's a fake one, and once they find out, you just got to look for the thicker line on the bottom. That's primarily what you got to do. But when people hit it, and then others get caught in the crossfire, literally, it's going to be such a ball buster. Oh my god, the puns. It's going to be a ball buster. Yo, I think it's a good idea they added this item. I'm going to love using this thing on screen in multiplayer matches, and I will say, Mushroomy Kingdom from Brawl, it was one of my least favorite stages in Brawl. And there's not a lot for me to like about it in terms of songs, in terms of the look, but I will say, it does look pretty snazzy in HD. I like the proper lighting on the castle, the rocks, the hills in the background, the clouds. It definitely looks more appealing than it has before, so I'm not as harsh on it as I used to be, so I like it. It's still Tuesday, they dropped a song. You can now listen to Galaga Medley. This song, arranged by Yusuke Takahama, consists of 4 songs and sound effects from the game. It's like recreating the gameplay in sequence. Now, no disrespect to Yusuke Takahama, I'm pretty sure a lot of you out there like this song, but to me, it's my least favorite song that they dropped on the music tab on the website. The Galaga title theme is usually, it sounds like, and the first 30 seconds of this is just that, like, slightly remixed. They added a synth beat repeated. Like, I listened to the whole thing, but the song's not sticking to me for some reason. It's just not for me. And on its own, it sounds good, I'm sure, but it's one of my least favorites. It's just my personal music taste. And another thing I don't really like that much is Lilac Cruise, because that was the next update on Tuesday. This stage rests on top of the spacecraft Pleiades? I never played Star Fox, so do not try and put my head on a pike for me butchering that pronunciation. I apologize. Since the craft tilts from side to side, it can affect the trajectory of ranged attacks as well as your recovery distance. It's mainly because of that, and recovering is so jank and so annoying that I don't really like Lilac Cruise that much. That's also why some other people out there dislike Lilac Cruise too. It's one of the least popular stages in competitive play. You do not see Lilac Cruise that often, if that at all, in tournament matches, so it's mainly because of the fact it tilts, and you have to be either right underneath, like right underneath the ledge, or just like slightly further away. You can't be underneath the stage, otherwise you're just screwed. You're just gonna hit the ceiling and die. Think Melee's Battlefield or the little roof underneath the ledge under Brawl's Final Destination, like that. It's that jank. You have to be that careful. It's even worse in that case than in Brawl's Final Destination and Melee's Battlefield. But otherwise, there's not too much to say regarding Lilac Cruise other than I like the upgrade it has. It looks like there's more than just black and white colors on the stage and a little bit of blue. You see different shades of blue with the space dust, different shades of green, brown, orange. The blue lines along the platforms and the stage itself have a brighter tone to it. They look more like lights. You see from the platforms, it has proper lighting. It gives off like a better shadow depending on where this stage is flying towards. It looks better. It definitely looks like a decently HD looking stage. It makes me curious on how the other Brawl stages are going to look. I'm mainly more interested in the 3DS and Melee stages, but I'm still curious about the Brawl stages. Like, they're going to receive a pretty decent upgrade, because this game's primarily combining Brawl's gritty, realistic, subdued color with Smash 4's more vibrant, colorful, more detailed look. It's mainly a mesh of those two. And Brawl stages, like I said, had a more realistic, gritty color. And it looked like 1, 2, maybe 3 colors mashed together overall in most stages. Here, you actually see like 5, 6, 7 colors, which is a good thing, which makes me excited. And moving on to August 1st, Wednesday, Wario. Wario has unique attacks like using his Wario bike and releasing noxious gas. He can jump higher than normal by leaping from his bike, which comes in handy when recovering. For his final smash, he turns into Wario Man and creates copies of himself for an all-out attack. See, Jigglypuff, I'm a little bit hesitant on whether or not they're going to buff her and change her in any major way. They did buff the Puff, but hopefully they'll buff her up more than just that. She's going to need more buffs to be viable, in my opinion. But Wario, on the other hand, I'm much more interested in, because I feel like Wario could use the buffs, and there's plenty of changes and room for improvements for Wario. Also because my best friend mains him, so obviously I'm going to be interested in. But Wario, as far as I know, I think his up smash got buffed in range? I do know his dash and side tilt got changed. His dash attack is now the shoulder bash move, which for some reason got canned in Smash 4. It was his side smash in Brawl. Now it's his dash attack, which in context probably makes the most sense. And I think I have a good inkling that it might be a viable kill move compared to his previous dash attack. Like it might have more knockback than before. And his new side tilt is this big pimp slap, which I don't know how much more different it's going to be compared to his other tilt. I think it might have faster startup compared to his previous forward tilt, so I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see when the game comes out. But Wario, I'm much more interested in how he's going to change and how he's going to be altered in some way than Jigglypuff. And I am happy Jigglypuff is back. I'm also happy that Wario's back. I think where Wario struggles in is that he doesn't have a lot of range, and there's not that many approach options with him. Like, there's bite and all, but you really got to play defensive and campy with Wario. Otherwise, you're not really going to get much of anywhere. Plus, his down B isn't optimal until a minute and a half through the match. It doesn't even have to be fully charged. There's not a lot you could do with Wario. You have to play super defensively and go super read heavy. So I'm thinking they could give Wario, or at least buff his options a little more, like buff his forward air, buff his neutral air, give him like less lag, more kill options, that too. I could ask my best friend these sorts of things. He could probably articulate Wario's strengths and weaknesses better than I can, because I don't play the character that much, he does. But otherwise, seeing Wario in this makes me more interested in how competitively consistent this game is going to be. Because with Smash 4, if you're trying to get good at the game, it's relatively inconsistent, like super inconsistent, especially if you're relying on 4 Glory. That's why methods like going to tournaments and Anther's Ladder, like those exist, although it depends on where you stand as a competitor. But Smash 4, it's really jank with some of its moves. Like there will be some moves you throw out unintentionally or intentionally, and they just have like better frame data, more range or whatever. It's a little hard to explain, but Smash 4 is incredibly jank with its moves. With Melee, you see a lot more consistency in terms of like what of course you have to stick with the high and top tiers to get somewhere in the competitive scene, but the more you play with the game, like you see much more consistency with that game than Smash 4, as evident with how like top players like consistently get better at the game and like newcomers as well. With Smash 4, like if you're on 4 Glory a lot of the time, you, like, not even on 4 Glory, like sometimes on Anther's Ladders, you come across like a really skilled Diddy, Sheik, Rosalina and Luma, etc. And you come close to beating him, but for whatever reason, like any reason at all, you face like this average, scrubby Yoshi, Cloud, Diddy Kong Greninja, whatever, and somehow you lose against him. Like, I feel like you would have to play Smash 4 to understand what I'm talking about, because even I don't think I'm articulating it as well as I could have. Like, this is why I type out scripts for these sorts of things, because I actually think on how to talk about these sorts of things. So, I hope you guys know what I mean when I'm talking about all this, why I think Ultimate might be more competitively consistent. Because between its parry mechanic, between its air dodging, between the character's buffs and changes, I think you're going to have a much better time trying to get better at Ultimate than getting better at Smash 4. Like, I think there's an actual good chance that that will happen. As well as a bunch of low-tier, mid-tier, bottom-tier characters getting insanely buffed. Because Ganon is scary for once. Ganon is actually terrifying in Ultimate. Link is actually good. He can move. He can move around the stage for crying out loud. And his stage control, his item utilization is so much better in this game than in Smash 4. Characters like Ike, he moves much faster. Zelda got buffed pretty damn well. Little Mac got buffed pretty damn well. This makes me hopeful that Dr. Mario will get plenty of buffs, and he already has plenty of relatively good buffs from the looks of his down air. And Palutena has a couple buffs from what I read. Hopefully she'll get better. And characters like Pichu, Falco, Olimar, Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong. I feel so much confident in that this game will have a much better competitive future in terms of getting better at the game, maybe tournaments, variety in character selection, buffs and nerfs, stage variety. There's plenty of good things to be excited about, not just casually, but competitively too with this game. And looking at Wario's trailer, looking at Dr. Mario's trailer, Palutena's trailer, Ganon's trailer, Young Link, Toon Link, almost every character, honestly, it just seems so right, and it seems so satisfying. But moving on to the last update, on Thursday, August 2nd, Rodan's Assist Trophy. Rodan gave Bayonetta her name. He summons a giant arm and unleashes a powerful blow, and sometimes he'll even give you a powerful weapon as he leaves. This is something he does in Bayonetta, as I've heard. He owns a bar called the Gates of Hell, and in the Switch port, if you tap an amiibo, he'll send you like this letter saying, like, I've heard you were in that Smash game or whatever, maybe I should drop in sometime, and now he's an assist trophy. He just seems like such a good fit as an assist trophy. He does the wicked weaves like Bayonetta does, the giant punches, and he gives you an item, as we saw in the trailer. I think it was Drill, no, not trailer, the E3 presentation. I think it was the Drill arm from Kid Icarus Uprising. Either that or it was an original item, because I think Smash calls it an original item. But either way, Rodan as an assist trophy is good. The thing I'm more interested in is that Delfino Plaza got confirmed in this update, because Delfino Plaza is the newest piece of information we got from this game since E3. A month and a half later, we know that Delfino Plaza is coming back, which is kind of funny. And I didn't really doubt Delfino Plaza was coming back, because if you remember in Bowser Jr.'s character trailer, there was a remix for Delfino Plaza. You know for a fact that's going to be in the music tab in one of the upcoming weeks, in the coming months. But there was that, and Delfino Plaza is a relatively, I would assume a relatively popular Mario stage in the Smash series. It was definitely competitively viable at one point. I keep using that as a basis for my reasoning. But I'm pretty sure people like Delfino Plaza as a stage in Smash Bros. Plus Mario Sunshine is integral to Mario's history, so there's that. But it's good to have that confirmation here. I love how the stage looks. The lighting looks much better. The windows look much more detailed. The palm trees look like actual palm trees. You see more textures on Corona Mountain and the hills in the background. I'm curious to see how the stage is going to look in its full scale and the background elements as well. This goes back to what I said during Lilac Cruise. And I'm happy that Delfino Plaza is coming back. The thing is, though, we have 11 returning Mario stages. 12 total if you count New Donk City being the new one. 12 Mario stages, guys. That is a lot of Mario to go around in Smash. And 85 stages total, 80 of which are returning. Holy shit. Oh my god, I really gotta do that stage video soon, because we have like, I don't even know how many stages are left, like 30? What stages are not coming back at this point? That's the biggest question regarding stages. It's so crazy. Oh man, that covers it for this week. I'm gonna talk about the upcoming Direct super soon, so be on the lookout for that. Let me know what you guys thought about this week. I thought it was kinda average. It was decent. It got better as it passed. Like, I was interested in Wario, and then Delfino Plaza getting confirmed at the end along with Rodan. It was an alright week. The beginning was, in my opinion, it was eh. But as it passed, it got better. Let me know what you guys agree or disagree. Do you think it got better? Do you think the week was better than I believe it was? Let me know down below. Thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for my analyses. I finished my Kirby analysis if you want to look at that. I'm going to talk about the Direct soon. I'm going to talk about stages, characters maybe. I'm definitely going to talk about the single player mode, adventure mode, if that's coming or not. Be on the lookout for more Smash content. And stay super.